Hey YouTube, this is DNA, aka DNA for sure, and today I'm going to talk about emotions, habits, and beliefs. Now, if you watched my last video about changing your life, changing your beliefs to change your life, you got a small understanding of what emotions are, what habits are, what beliefs are, and how they can change your life. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about is emotions. Emotions are signals sent from your body to your mind to basically signal you on what the situation is that you're perceiving from your outside world, from your outside source. They cannot be controlled, they can only be changed and directed. They can't really be changed, and that is something that a lot of people are confused about or misinformed about. Emotions are there for your protection. They come from your body responding to certain situations. So it goes outside source, you see the lion. Inside source, your heart changes because of information that your eyes and the rest of your senses perceive. Goes back to your heart rate changes, your breath changes, and your mind perceives this and you react. That's what emotions are for. Um, there are a lot of emotions, as you know, happy, sad, um, and anything in between, excited, things that are not necessarily emotions, that are more thoughts and thought forms that come from a combination of emotions and past experiences that you've had. Now, emotions are at the beginning of the equation and at the end of the equation, depending on the situation, of course. From the beginning, from the end, we're going to take that from the end and the beginning and just go inward. Now, I use the situation of the situation of you being afraid or nervous about talking to an attractive woman, approaching her, and how that can be changed. First thing you want to do is change the belief. How do you change the belief? You change the habit. How do you change the habit? You identify the emotion that you currently feel or would feel in that situation, and you identify the emotion that you would like to feel to change the experience. How do you do that? You change the habit by simply taking action, by making the plan, which I said was water, and the fire is taking action. You could either expose yourself, which is a part of cognitive behavioral therapy, which you would have to do, in my opinion, eventually. Or, like I said, you can send yourself subliminal messages, set yourself up to recite affirmations and visualize with intent or emotion. And habits, life, what you do in your life is based on habits. Everything that you know and learn and will learn is based on a habit. Everything a part of your personality is based on experiences, and your experiences come from past experiences, which come from habits that you formed ultimately. So how you socialize with people, how you react to certain situations. That's why people say, a lot of people say that you are what you do. So if you smoke a lot of cigarettes, you're a smoker. If something good happens to you and you reward yourself with a cigarette or a drink, that's what you are. You're a cigarette. And you became that because of habits. If you get angry because somebody, you say I love you to somebody and they don't say I love you back, that's because of past experiences. That's a habit for someone to say, or for people to say, I love you back. That was a habit for them and for you to receive that. So in your mind, you believe that you have the right, or you are justified in your emotional response by being angry because someone said that they didn't love you back. You change your habit by just doing it, faking it till you making it, like I say in a lot of my videos. Replacing habits with other habits. So if you feel emotion, you feel the nervousness, the anger, the sadness from not being able to talk to the girl, make it a habit to replace your habit of walking up to her and then making a U-turn, or walking up to her and walking past her. Just ask her what time it is. Just graze the situation. If you are intimidated in social situations, just walk up to somebody, ask them what time it is, ask them what the zip code is, something simple. Then you go, what time is it? What do you usually do about this time, or whatever. Build up from that. Replace old habits with new habits. Smoking cigarettes. This doesn't really work for me, but when you feel the urge to smoke a cigarette, chew some gum or sip water. Get a big bottle of smart water. Take one sip. Replace unhealthy habits or undesirable habits with old habits. When you do that, you change the belief. And belief is like faith. It's not knowledge. It's something that's there because you put it there. You gave it thought, you gave it power, you gave it life, you gave it a soul. You created it. Belief is exactly how it's spelled. When you believe something, you give the lie a reason to be. So you take the habit, you feel the emotion, being angry or sad, frustrated from not being able to talk to the girl or not being able to stop smoking cigarettes. Identify what you want. You want to feel excited, you want to feel happy, you want to feel comfort when you talk to the girl, or when you don't smoke a cigarette, when you feel a certain amount of stress, or you feel like you should reward yourself. You identified the habit, walking away or walking up to her and then walking to the side or walking past her, or smoking a cigarette, reaching for the cigarette. Then you form new habits, sipping water instead of smoking a cigarette or reaching for your lighter. Or walking up to her and asking her what time it is, or telling her that she has nice shoes. Continue this, build on it, make these habits stronger. Then eventually, it's inevitable. Your belief will change. Your limiting beliefs will change. And if you want to go deeper with it, you can ask yourself what the real benefits are doing. What the real benefits are. You can make a list and identify those in a real way. Reinforce these actions with positive self-talk or extremely harsh negative self-talk, which may not work for everybody, but I go with the positive self-talk. Reinforce these with the subliminal messages, meditation, affirmation with intent, positive affirmation and visualization. And your belief and your life and your actions will change. And ultimately, your emotion will change. You'll be more happy, you'll have more energy, and you'll have more time. You'll have more time to change other habits and find other ways to change the emotional outcome or the emotional response to these situations that trouble you. That's it. It's DNA for sure. Ask me anything, I'm here for you. Me and you can love together. We can make love. So keep watching, subscribe, share, comment, like. Definitely always ask me questions, no matter how big, no matter how small. Stay positive and keep changing, keep growing. Peace.